Hi, and welcome to Hoffman's Hot Seat. I'm Tom Hoffman with One-to-One Media. Joining me today is Lauren Weinberg, Senior Vice President of Marketing and Product Management at FatWire Software. Today we'll be discussing opportunities for marketing leaders to apply web content management with social computing to help tighten relationships with customers. Lauren, thanks so much for joining us today.
Tom, thanks for having me.
Lauren, what are some opportunities for marketing leaders to apply web content management with social computing to help tighten relationships with customers?
That's an important question, Tom. Really, the web today, what we've seen is that the web has evolved really into a primary business channel. It's a central means of communicating, of marketing, of organizations being able to meet customer needs, to transact business, and a lot more. So organizations really need to use the web in a very important role in their business in order to engage their customers, to engage their prospects. Social computing capabilities are very critical tools within this process so that organizations can create a web experience that will get the informational needs of site visitors met, that will enable those site visitors to interact with one another, with individuals with the same interests, and that will enable them to interact with the organization. So while web experience management is really the entire process of managing the web channel so that organizations can deploy this engaging and relevant experience to site visitors, and of course web content management being the critical foundation of that, the social capabilities really are the piece that enables the interaction for engagement and for getting informational needs met. So the critical foundation really is this underlying web content management system that lets organizations, first of all, manage a large, globally dispersed set of sites, and to do that very easily, very efficiently, to be able to enable consistent branding across their web presence. Another element of this is content targeting. So targeting is very important to be able to provide a relevant experience and relevant content to different individuals based on their needs or based on their behavior. Analytics is very important for optimizing content effectiveness. Use of rich media and digital assets is very important. And social computing, of course, is an increasingly essential element of the entire web experience management process for basically being able to engage customers in a dialogue that will help get their needs met and to create a deeper bond with the organization.
Can you point to some examples of how companies are using social tools to help drive their marketing strategies?
FatWire works with a number of customers on, of course, their web experience management strategies and also how to use social tools within their web experience management strategies and to help them meet their marketing goals. So social computing includes multiple capabilities. It's important to break this down a little bit more. It's a broad category. User-generated content is an important capability set here, so enabling site visitors to contribute their own content in the form of ratings or comments or reviews. Gadget-based personalization is an emerging area that's very key for being able to drive loyalty and things like that. And also integration with external third-party social networking sites is becoming very popular as well. So to give a few examples, a large bank is using gadgets to create customizable dashboards for their customers. So their online banking customers will come to the site. They'll have a series of gadgets, which are small applications with a variety of different types of information and a variety of different types of functionality. The organization will make a set of gadgets available to the site visitors. The site visitors come to the site. They then select the gadgets and pieces of information they want to view on their page. It's really sort of a My Dashboard page. And then those preferences are remembered. They can control the settings for gadgets so that the information can be customized to meet their interests. Then when they come back to that site in subsequent times, the site will remember their preferences. So it's really a great way that this bank is finding to drive loyalty so that their customers feel like their needs are being met by the site. And if their needs change, then they can customize the site in new ways to meet those needs. So that's one example of how social computing can drive loyalty. Another example is a large retailer. A large retailer is offering user-generated content capabilities on its website so that site visitors and customers can review products and comment on products. So they can provide ratings and reviews on the product that the retailer is offering. And these comments and reviews are enabling subsequent site visitors to really understand how those products have met the needs of other customers in the past. And this really helps them in their own buying process. This helps drive sales. It helps make purchasing easier for those customers. So this is a nice way to make the purchase process easier for site visitors and for customers. And user-generated content in this case is also carefully moderated so that the reviews or comments that are made on products, that the organization can ensure that those are appropriate for posting on their site, and just making sure that they're able to protect the brand and protect the integrity of the site. So that's another nice way that a company is using social tools in order to drive sales and to drive cross-sales and marketing effectiveness.
Okay, thanks. So what are some recommended starting points for using web content management tools with social computing?
That's a really important question. There are so many tools out there that organizations can use and so many different strategies for using social tools, that organizations really need to start with the basics. First, what they need to do is to make sure that their basic needs for their web presence are met. After that, they need to understand what their business needs are, what their marketing and customer loyalty goals are, and then look at the tools that are available to meet those needs. So, in other words, an organization needs to look at its web presence and make sure that it has the foundation that it needs so that they are able to manage all of their content on their sites, be it multiple sites in multiple geographies and multiple languages, or just multiple departments and many products, to manage that effectively, to enable their business users, their marketers, to control their own content on the site and have that happen efficiently. They need to make sure that their brand is controlled even across a global web presence and that their content and sites can be localized. So once those basics are in place, and I say basics, but these are not easy things to do, once that foundation for a strong web presence, a scalable web presence is there, organizations should then start looking at what they want to do next, which could be things around targeting, it could be things around social computing. For social computing, organizations need to look very closely at what their strategies are for marketing, what their strategies are for customer loyalty, and then look at how social tools can fit in and help them meet those goals. So it's really important to think through the use cases that they're trying to solve, and then think about how things like user-generated content or gadgets or even integration with external social networks can be used to help organizations meet their specific goals.
To learn more about relationship strategy, visit www.one-to-one-media.com.